A station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Just feel bad for the people involved.
Tonight on DC News Now at 5, calls for safety after deadly tanker truck explosion happened over the weekend, how the community is trying to move forward. And pulling DC's criminal code, why the district council chairman decided to pull the revisions just days before a Senate vote. And later, stretching your dollar, a popular discount retailer will now be upping the price on certain products. We'll have how you can still save.
And what a beautiful day it was to kick off this new week. Sunshine, warmer temperatures, and calm winds. But are we going to get blustery once again as we head toward Tuesday? Your forecast is coming up here in just a bit.
Well, the aftermath of a deadly explosion in Frederick, Maryland. One person was killed, a home destroyed, and a community asking a lot of questions tonight when it comes to safety. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall. Developing now, a deadly and dramatic tanker truck explosion is fueling safety concerns tonight. Saturday's explosion is in the city of Frederick, killed the truck driver and set nearby homes and cars along Route 15 on fire. The explosion has prompted new calls from neighbors for improved safety devices in the area. Our Dave Laval has followed the story since it happened. He joins us from the scene. And Dave, what's the latest information you can tell us?
Mark, I'm standing on the stretch of Apple Avenue alongside Highway 15, which this stretch of road right now remains closed to cars. As you can see, it is stripped of trees and other shrubbery that used to line it. City employees told me earlier today it's going to take a couple of weeks to replace all that. Guardrails protect the median along 15 and the southbound lanes, but the northbound side never had them. The tree in which the driver crashed into Saturday did prevent the truck from slamming into homes, but neighbors say they want the same protection as the rest of the road through here. Frederick's mayor told us a short time ago everything is being considered to improve safety in the area.
It's been a transportation priority for the city and the county for more than a decade to get additional travel lanes in that corridor, because that's what would provide the safest opportunity for people to easily move through that area, both from a timing standpoint, but also to address any overdue travel considerations in that corridor.
The mayor also said funding has been approved to start work on expanding the road through this area. Unfortunately, that's not expected to start until the middle of 2027 at the earliest. We're live in Frederick. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, thank you. Taking a live look outside tonight where we had sunny skies throughout the day and pretty nice temperatures. Will it be sticking around? Let's head over now to meteorologist Damon Madsen with a check on the forecast. And Damon, will the sunshine continue tomorrow? Are we expecting a little rain?
Well, looks like we're going to have things changing a little bit as we roll ahead into Tuesday. But hey, we did get to enjoy a fantastic Monday out there. The sunshine really helped to bump our temperatures up. It was chilly out there early this morning, but we recovered those temperatures into the 50s, 55. The high temperature in Hagerstown, it reached 60 degrees in Cumberland, and then much of northern Virginia, especially south of I-66 off towards southern Maryland, reached the low 60s. We had those warmer temperatures off to the south, and so far this evening, not much of a change going on as we are cooling off a little bit, but still in the 50s and 60s as we roll ahead into the evening time. And we are going to continue to enjoy things being on the quieter side as we go into the start of the night tonight. But there is a little bit of a disturbance going on across the Great Lakes. Precipitation starting to show up across northern Ohio, back into Pennsylvania and New York. And it's this precipitation that will eventually drift our direction here, but it will take its time. We're going to stay pretty much in the 50s with a partly cloudy sky up through 8 o'clock, but soon after that, the clouds start to increase and then rain shower chances also increase. So when is it most likely to be soggy tonight? And yes, how much will the winds pick up behind this latest system? We'll have a full check of the forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. And new tonight, we're learning more about a Montgomery County woman who died from her injuries in the plane that was hit with extreme turbulence on Friday. According to the National Transportation Safety Board, 55-year-old Dana Hyde of Cabin John was on a Bombardier business jet flying from New Hampshire to Virginia. The flight was hit with what they call severe roughness, forcing them to land in Connecticut. Hyde was taken to a nearby hospital where she later died. The NTSB is investigating the cause of the stabilization issue. Well, new details tonight about a local mayor accused of more than 50 counts of child pornography. College Park Mayor Patrick Waryan had his first appearance in court today. Court documents reveal graphic details stating that Waryan had videos of young boys and sent them to others. And according to court documents, Waryan used an instant messenger account. Well, a judge had to decide today if a man who used to oversee safety of citizens was now a public threat. Our Prince George's County Bureau reporter Yamarie Sese was in courtroom earlier today with the details that led to that decision. And Yamarie, the former mayor, had a lot of support, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Family and friends of Patrick Waryan were definitely in the courtroom today to show them that they support him. And also, they didn't get a chance to speak on his character much, but the judge did acknowledge their presence. But that was not enough to prove that Waryan is not a threat to the public. Former College Park Mayor Patrick Waryan made his first appearance in court this morning. He's facing 40 counts for possessing child porn and 16 for distributing. The state argued he's a threat to the public because he distributed the videos, which encourages re-victimization. And releasing Waryan will give him access to the internet, which is how he committed the crime.
It's heartbreaking for the city of College Park. And for all of our young people to know that people who are in a position of public trust would access or alleged to have accessed such images.
The defense argued Waryan has no criminal record and he never produced any of the videos.
Issues before the court today were whether or not Mr. Waryan was a flight risk or a danger to the community, and we argued for restrictive means of release that would protect the community but allow him to be out while working on this case.
The judge ruled to hold Waryan with no bond. She says he's a danger to the public because distributing these videos contributes to the illegal market of child porn.
I think it's best at this time to let the process run its course and continue to be cooperative and working with the system for a fair resolution of the case.
I don't know what else to say about it except that, our job now is to hold him accountable.
Now, his lawyer did say that Waryan is seeking mental health and his preliminary hearing will be held at the end of the month. For now, live in Upper Marlboro, I'm Yamarie Sese, DC News Now.
Yamarie, thank you. Developing now, a woman is in jail after hitting another woman with a baseball bat. It happened on U Street in Northwest D.C. Police say a 32-year-old Lakeisha Whitley argued with the victim before she allegedly hit her on the head with a bat. Police did not say what led up to the argument. She's charged with assault with a dangerous weapon. And new tonight, a surprise move in the political fight to get D.C.'s updated criminal code passed by Congress. D.C. Council Chair Phil Mendelson sent a letter to the Senate withdrawing the revised criminal code. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg has been covering this story for us. He joins us live on Capitol Hill. And Daniel, the Senate is set to vote on whether to overturn it this week.
Yeah, Mark, a Senate aide said that they expected the vote to proceed despite the announcement of the withdrawal. The aide said that the Senate would vote on the House disapproval resolution rather than the transmission from D.C. Council. Basically, the way this works is D.C. Council has to send a transmission to the House and to the Senate. The revised criminal code has received bipartisan backlash in recent weeks. The effort to overturn the bill has focused mainly on penalty reductions for certain crimes, including carjacking, though counsel and the authors of the bill insist the maximum penalties are still greater than sentences judges are handing down right now. Last Thursday, President Biden said he wouldn't block the effort to overturn the criminal code, the first time in 30 years this would happen. D.C. Council Chairman Phil Mendelson says it's a messaging problem they need to address, but blames Republicans for using D.C. as a punching bag.
It's quite clear to me that the headwinds that have prevailed in Congress are about the politics of next year's election and not about what's the substance in this criminal code.
Now, trying to withdraw a bill has not happened to our knowledge and to Chairman Mendelson's knowledge either, although he says there is nothing in the Home Rule Act that says he cannot do that. What the Senate is doing, again, is voting on that House disapproval resolution. So according to that aide, it wouldn't matter that Mendelson requested or said he did withdraw the bill this morning. Either way, that bill is essentially dead, whether or not the Senate votes on it this week. Now, Mendelson also was asked today, what are the next steps for the revised criminal code, something that has not been completely updated in more than 100 years. He said that is yet to be seen. It will have to go back to the Judiciary Committee with the council, and that will not take a short amount of time. We're live at the Capitol. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. DC is expanding their public safety resources initiative to reduce crime across the district. DC Police will also expand its nightlife task force to the Adams Morgan neighborhood. Now, this comes as Adams Morgan and other parts of the district are experiencing a surge in violent crime. Well, the effort will also expand their safety task force to Good Hope Road and add police patrol in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood. Leaders say that safety is one of their top priorities.
There are people out there who continue to cause harm to our communities, and they need to be held accountable. But we can't do it alone. To hold those people accountable, we need the community's help.
Well, DC says that crime decreased in U Street, H Street, and Connecticut Avenue between June and December of last year. And we will have more on the story coming up in DC News Now.